Welcome back to Politically Animated. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, we have got a crisis on our hands. The Democrats are losing. And it's not just, oh, we lost a game losing. It's we sold the house, the car, and now we're renting out grandma's basement losing. And instead of just taking the L like normal people, they're out here flailing like a fish on dry land. Pure entertainment, folks. Now, you might be wondering, how exactly are the Democrats planning to fight back against Republicans? Oh, my friends, let me tell you, this is where the comedy begins. Option number 1, cry, cry, and cry. Some more. Step 1, water the streets of America with a fresh batch of liberal tears. CNN anchors are choking back sobs. TikTok activists are recording themselves ugly crying. And somewhere, Nancy Pelosi is breaking open a bottle of We Lost Again vodka. It's tradition at this point. Option number 2, call everything misinformation. Ah, yes, when the facts aren't on your side, just call them fake news. People didn't actually vote for Republicans. They were tricked by memes on Facebook. That's right, folks. Democrats think your sweet Aunt Karen sharing a Let's Go Brandon meme is the reason they lost. Not their terrible policies, not their reckless spending, not the crime wave. Nope, it was that darn Pepe the Frog meme. Option number 3, deploy the professional protesters. It's time for the elite platinum tier protest squad. You know them. The folks with degrees in gender studies who have nothing better to do. They'll be out there blocking traffic, super gluing themselves to Starbucks counters, and screaming at the sky like it's a full-time job. Because nothing says winning strategy like preventing hardworking people from getting to work. That'll definitely make them vote blue next time.
It's a new poll. It shows a majority of Democrat voters believe their lawmakers in Congress are not doing enough to stand up to Trump. Basically, they're saying do something to Democrats. Here with us is former Ohio State Democratic Senator and Senior Fellow at the Institute on Race, Power, and Political Economy at the New School, Nina Turner, and former Hartford, Connecticut Mayor and Delegate to the Democratic National Convention, Luke Bronin. Good morning to both of you. Thank you for joining.
Good morning, Hannah.
All right, so I think it's safe to say it appears Democrats are failing to coalesce. He's making headlines daily on issues, federal layoffs, budget cuts, stopping illegal immigration, and more. Nina, what are Democrats failing to do right now to win this political discourse, to change the conversation?
Well, we shouldn't have been here in the first place, but here we are. First of all, you can't have leaders going out saying they can do nothing. And when you have the leader of the House of Representatives on the Democratic side, Congressman Hakeem Jeffries, saying they have no leverage, you've already given up and conceded. Yes, that polling is absolutely correct. I hear it everywhere that I go, that Democrats are, in fact, upset, not only with Democratic leadership, but with the Democratic Party itself. You know, President Biden, on his way out, he warned that the oligarchs were going to take over. Now, he was a little late in saying that, but he is, in fact, right. And the Democratic Party has the opportunity in this moment to, first of all, do a complete autopsy and accept the results that we failed. We didn't answer to the pain points of the people, and that we are going to be bold and stop trying to be Republican light. But you cannot, as leaders, stand up and tell Democrats and Americans there is nothing that we can do. Because if they're saying they can't do anything, then what about the big mamas and the big papas all over this country who are suffering if leaders with special titles say that they can't do anything? It's weak, it's sad, and those leaders actually need to go. You cannot have the same leaders that got the Democratic Party in this mess standing up before the American people saying we're weak as hell, because that's basically what they're saying.
Some of those leaders include Chuck Schumer, you mentioned Hakeem Jeffries. Their attempt to be the face of Democrats pushing back against Trump. But Luke, I have to ask, are they doing enough?
But what I would say is the Democratic Party is not a few people in elected positions. The Democratic Party is tens of millions of people, and we all need to be shouldering this burden. And what that means is, I think, shining a big, bright light on the fact that Donald Trump might have gotten elected 3 months ago, but a month in, he's already way out of step with where I think most Americans want to be. You know, most Americans don't want to have health care cut so that we can extend tax cuts for the wealthy. Most Americans don't want Elon Musk messing around with social Social Security and firing air traffic controllers. Most Americans don't want to see us stab Ukraine in the back and get into bed with.
Option number 4, lawsuit Lollapalooza. What do you do when democracy doesn't go your way? Sue it. These people are tossing lawsuits around like Oprah giving out cars. You get a lawsuit, and 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 you, oh wait, you voted Republican. We're taking you to court too. It's desperation at its finest. Option number 5, blame everything, but themselves. Let's go down the list, shall we? Republicans didn't actually win. It was racism, sexism, homophobia, climate change, aliens, probably, Mercury being in retrograde, Elon Musk existing, Kanye West's tweets. They will blame literally anything except their own bad policies. The economy is a mess. That's because of Trump. Cities overrun with crime. Republicans did that.
I will not rest until we have delivered the strong, safe, and prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve. This will truly be the golden age of America. That's what we have to have.
American liberalism's 10-year obsession with Trump is now proven to be an historic mistake. Through repeated efforts to bring down the former president, which included state and local indictments that gave him the drive for a second run, Democrats took their eyes off the American people. What a high price they are paying for that now.
I think that we just witnessed the greatest political comeback in the history of the United States of America.
What many liberals missed was many voters' belief that the Democratic Party no longer represents its interests.
Folks, Bidenomics is just another way of saying the American dream.
Across Mr. Biden's first term, there were 2 intriguing storylines: the Trump indictments and the less dramatic but as persistent failure of the Biden economic policies to gain favor with the public.
How are you, pal?
In the event, Ms. Harris largely ignored the massive Biden outlays, including on the climate, substituting instead her own grab bag of price controls on groceries and handouts for childcare and home buying.
The Biden administration recognized early on and has taken major steps to fight big food greedflation and to help American families.
But it is the political failure of Bidenomics that is central to understanding the Democrats' election defeat. It may mark a turning point, which began in the party's presidential primaries of 2020.
I'm voting for Joe Biden. South Carolinas should be voting for Joe Biden.
Representative Clyburn came to political age during the transformative years of President Lyndon Johnson's Great Society programs. He recognized that Senator Sanders' socialism would discomfort the electorate.
If you look at how well we did the last time and look at the congressional districts, these were not liberal or what you might call progressive districts. These are basically moderate and conservative districts.
In response, he swung the party to the liberal establishmentarian Mr. Biden.
You won't hear from the vice president tonight.
We won't go back.
What Mr. Clyburn and the Democrats missed, which has now cost them dearly, is that time was running out on that same establishment's half-century-old political model of making the public believe its economic interests begin with federal transfer payments.
Together, we will build what I call an opportunity.
At the end of the day, America made a decision, and instead of regrouping and rethinking their strategy, Democrats are out here trying to fight the inevitable like a bad WWW villain who doesn't know when to stay down. It's over. The crowd has left the building. Close the curtain, take the L, and go home. So, what do you think? Will the Democrats ever learn? Or are we in for another 4 years of tantrums and lawsuits? Drop your hottest take in the comments. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell because the Meltdown is just getting started. See you next time.